write in decimal form 6.87 times 10 to the power minus 4 minus 7.7 times 10 to the power minus 5 divided by 2 times 10 to the power 3 plus 4.4 times 10 to the power 2. First thing we're going to do is change the 7.7 times 10 to the power minus 5 to 7.7 times 10 to the power of minus 4. So this becomes this. And the reason that we've done that is that we want to have 10 to the power of minus 4 and 10 to the power of minus 4 on both sides. We could alternatively have had 10 to the power of minus 5 on both sides, so long as they match up, so that we can take out a highest common factor of 10 to the power of minus 4. And it's very important to note that if the power gets bigger, then the decimal is going to move to the left. This is a rule that we need to learn off. And vice versa, if the power is to get smaller, the decimal will move to the right. But in this case, minus 5 is becoming minus 4. So the power is getting bigger. So we're going to move the decimal to the left. So the 7.7 changes to 0.77 because that decimal moves one place to the left. The next thing we need to do is to change 4.4 times 10 to the power 2 to 0.44 times 10 to the power of 3. So the 4.4 times 10 to the power 2 becomes 0.44 times 10 to the power 3. Again, the reason we want to do this is so that we match up the powers of 10. So now we have 10 to the power 3 on both sides. Alternatively, we could have made them both 10 to the power of 2. And again, as with the last step, if the power is getting bigger, the decimal is moving to the left. So 4.4 times 10 to the power of 2 becomes 0.44 times 10 to the power of 3. So this decimal point was moved one place to the left. So in our next step, we're going to take out the highest common factor of our numerator, which is going to be 10 to the power of minus 4. It's common to both terms. We're going to pull it outside the bracket. And we're going to bring down the 6.87. We're going to bring down the minus and the 0.77. And then 6.87 minus 0.77 will leave us with 6.1, and that's still times 10 to the power minus 4. We do the same with our denominator. So we're going to pull out the 10 to the power 3 as our highest common factor. We're going to bring down the 2, the plus, and the 0.44. 2 plus 0.44 is going to be 2.44, and that's times 10 to the power 3. Next, we're going to just divide the decimal parts. So 6.1 divided by 2.44, and that's going to give us 2.5. So that's where that 2.5 comes from. And then 10 to the power of minus 4 divided by 10 to the power 3. In this step, we are dividing powers with the same base, so we subtract the powers. And this is one of our laws of indices. So law number 2 of indices says a to the power of p divided by a to the power of q gives us a to the power of p minus q. So dividing powers with the same base, we subtract the powers. In this case, the base is 10. So we have 10 to the power of minus 4 divided by 10 to the power of 3. And this gives us 10 to the power of minus 4 minus 3. And minus 4 minus 3 gives us minus 7. So we end up with 10 to the power of minus 7. So that's where that 10 to the power of minus 7 comes from. So we have 2.5 times 10 to the power of minus 7. This is in scientific notation form. And we want it in decimal form. So what we have to do is move the decimal point 7 places to the left. So it started off here, 2.5, and it moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 places to the left. And we end up with 0.000000025. So 6.87 times 10 to the power of minus 4 minus 7.7 times 10 to the power of minus 5 divided by 2 times 10 to the power of 3 plus 4.4 times 10 to the power of 2 will give us 0.00000025 in decimal form.